If you want to know how the city of Wildomar and Lake Elsinore, California are going to change over the next few years, watch this video. We're going to talk about all the new infrastructure that the cities are going to be putting in. We're going to talk about the new housing projects that are happening, all the new commercial development, and really what's going to happen over the next few years. So let's go ahead and get into it. Hey guys, hey again, my name is Justin Short. I am a realtor and team leader here for the Short Real Estate team in the Murrieta and Temecula Valley in the surrounding area. Want to make sure we're keeping these videos coming regularly for you, trying to make sure we keep them out once per week. We've done a pretty long series now talking about all the new updates that are coming from the different cities in the surrounding area. And so this one's going to be about the cities of Wildomar and Lake Elsinore. So kind of like I'd mentioned in the other videos, but I had a chance to go down and go to a city managers meeting with the city managers from all the surrounding towns, from Temecula, Murrieta, Menifee, Wildomar, Lake Elsinore, and hear them just kind of pitch their cities and all the new infrastructure that's coming in, all the new updates that are coming, the new parks, the new houses, and all that good stuff. And for me, I mean, for my job, it was super interesting. So wanted to make the videos, keep you guys posted on what's going on. Hopefully it's good information for you, especially if you're thinking about relocating out this way or kind of unsure where you're planning to move to. I think it's some really good info. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. But first, if you are liking the videos, please go ahead and hit like. Please go ahead and hit subscribe. Helps me, helps the channel. Obviously, I'm doing these. Obviously, I'm trying to grow it. Or if you have any real estate questions, please feel free and reach out. I get a lot of people that reach out to me every week. Feel free, call, text, email. We'll set some time aside. Love to answer any questions that you guys have, or do anything we can to help you or with your home search. So hopefully hear from more of you guys. So cool. Cool. We'll go ahead and get into it. So first, we're going to talk about the city of Wildomar. So it's kind of funny. When I was there was like the 6 or 7 different cities that kind of came up and gave their pitch, and the city of Wildomar it was the shortest. So he kind of went up there for like 3-4 minutes and kind of blurted it out real quick. And the reason being is it's one of the smallest cities around. So all the others are bigger. So they have really more that's going on, more changes that are coming. So that's kind of why we're lumping these two together, Wildomar and Lake Elsinore. They're right next to each other. But I thought it was still pretty cool. So Wildomar is definitely growing like all the surrounding cities are, but they're really putting in a lot of infrastructure. So they are doing a really big road widening that's coming in off of Bundy Canyon. So that's one of the off ramps off the 15 freeway. So that's a big development for them. They're widening that. It's been just kind of like a small 2-lane road. It's a freeway overpass, and they're really trying to expand that, which will eventually help get some extra businesses in there and some more commercial and shopping centers and stuff like that. But that's a main off ramp in Wildomar, so that's going to be a big plus. And then they also are talking about their new Baxter Village development, so which I thought was pretty cool. So basically, it's off Baxter, which is an off ramp off the freeway. So it's on the west side of the 15 freeway, and they're putting in some new retail shopping centers. They're putting in some apartments, and they're actually having Kaiser that's going to build a medical center there. So which is pretty cool. So that's going to be called Baxter Village, right off the 15 freeway. So some new new medical buildings there, and I thought that was a pretty cool thing. And then they are probably the biggest thing they mentioned is, so the hospital that's located in Wildomar right now is the Inland Valley Hospital, and it's growing. So they are going to expand it. It's currently, I think it's 2 stories right now, and they're going to expand it to 7 stories. So it's a pretty huge expansion. That was kind of the thing they were probably most proud about in Wildomar, is having the hospitals where that hospital is on Inland Valley. It's right on the border of Murrieta and Wildomar, so it's right there. So a lot of Murrieta residents use that as well. It's been probably one of the original hospitals that have been here. I mean, since I've been here, probably 20 plus years, I imagine that it's been here. So I think that's a pretty cool thing. So that's going to be growing, and that was kind of the Wildomar pitch, though. It was kind of short and sweet and to the point, but they are continuing to grow. Still new houses that are going to be coming in, and he thinks they're going to be a bigger city in the future. So Cool. We'll go ahead and talk about Lake Elsinore. So Lake Elsinore is kind of the other end of the spectrum. So they probably have the most construction going on as far as all the different cities. So they have, I guess some of the stats that they had rattled off. So they are now the 10th fastest growing city in California, which to me I thought was pretty mind blowing, because it's an older city. I mean, there's houses that were built back in the 70s and 80s. So it is very large. So they still have a lot of space to grow, but it's the 10th fastest growing city in California. There's currently 2,000 homes that are under construction in Lake Elsinore, and I think the most kind of eye-popping stat is there's actually 20,000 homes that are going to be coming over the next 8 years, which is it's a ton. It's 20,000 homes that are in the entitlement stage. That means they're going through like the city planning, getting kind of subdivided and being dealt with in the city, and the permits and the zoning changes and all that. But over the next 8 years, 20,000 homes are coming to Lake Elsinore, so it's a ton of homes, which is pretty cool. They have some new entertainment stuff that they have going on. So they're trying to there is a baseball stadium in Lake Elsinore. So I guess if you don't know this, there is a minor league baseball team in Lake Elsinore. That is the Lake Elsinore Storm. If you don't currently go to any of the games, they're actually a lot of fun. They're super cheap. It's, they're minor league baseball. It's $10 a ticket, $12 a ticket. They got a mascot, and our kids really like. We actually just went this last weekend, and our kids really like it. So it's a great
family day type of deal. But so at that Storm Stadium, it's a big venue, so they're trying to use it more for some more entertainment stuff. So coming out of COVID, they really haven't done any of that in quite a few years, and even before pre-COVID, they felt like they didn't really utilize it quite enough. So they had like the Latin Kings of Comedy coming to do I think it was like a 2-night set there at Storm Stadium. They actually have like a summer concert series that they have at the Storm games. They also do like fireworks on the weekend. I think it's Friday nights, and then around 4th of July they'll do like the firework nights. So they're trying to have it be a little bit more of a venue and just a few more things going on than just the baseball game. So which is pretty cool. And they were super proud about Launch Point. So if you don't know what Launch Point is, so in Lake Elsinore at the lake, they have really redone a lot of the lake, and they've really cleaned it up. They have made it super nice. They have really cleared the lake out. It's just visually, it's definitely more blue, more clear. It's a lot nicer lake than it used to be, for sure. And so part of that, as they're cleaning up around the lake area, is the dock area where you load and unload. That they put a ton of money into that over the last, I guess, eight years now. So they call it Launch Point. So Launch Point, you can go and you can you have your RV hookups, you can hook up your fifth wheel, you can park there. Some people live there, or do long-term stays, 1 month-long stays, or whatever time period. I think it's a minimum of like 3 days, and so you can do that. But that whole setup there has been redone. It's really, really nice. The buildings are new, the launch points are new. They've actually done a really good job, and so they've earned a lot more money now for the city as far as income, sales tax, and all that. And that's something they were super proud about. And then as far as infrastructure for Lake Elsinore, so they have a new off-ramp that has actually just went in now. So that's right off of Railroad Canyon. So if you're northbound on the 15 freeway, the off-ramp off Railroad Canyon, they moved it back probably, I don't know, maybe 200 yards or so, which has been a big plus. It took away a lot of the congestion on Railroad Canyon. Railroad Canyon is kind of a small, there's like a 2 lanes each way, so having the freeway offload there caused a ton of traffic. So they moved it. It's helping take a lot of pressure off, and I've actually been on it 3-4 times, and it's actually a big plus. So they've also they are in the process of redoing the off-ramp on Central. So Central Avenue is an exit off the 15 freeway in Lake Elsinore, and then there's a ton of new industrial projects going in. So with 8,000 homes coming, or with 20,000 homes coming in the next 8 years, they have tons of new shopping centers. There's a new RV storage place going in. There's a new plaza with retail outlets and offices that are going to be there. And so what they're looking at is they're trying to plan ahead with all the new homes that are coming. They're trying to get a lot of that infrastructure and that in industrial buildings and projects off and going now. So the last piece that they talked about is around that lake, so Lake Elsinore, kind of where that launch point is, there are some homes or in the surrounding area that they are really trying to have redone and trying to encourage people to remodel or redo or build new things, and they want it to be more of a destination, and that's really what needs to happen. They're really in the process of trying to refurbish a lot of that area, have a lot of the houses redone and upgraded or expanded, and just kind of overall make it a nicer area. And so it's been a process for them. It hasn't been the easiest thing. It hasn't gone quite as smooth as they would have hoped, but going forward, they feel like they have a pretty good plan. So they're trying to encourage people to come in and develop the area, whether it's knocking down the old homes, redoing the old homes that are there. And so part of that encouragement is they are trying to lower the regulations on what the city is going to demand that's there. So so I don't know if that's going to be necessarily like building size, house size, or maybe taking out some of the limitations on how many homes you can put on the lot or what some of the minimums are going to be, but they are just trying to lower the regulations to make it easier for a developer to come in and help make the area nice. So that's really their next main goal, is to help the lake, help the surrounding area around Lake Elsinore be developed and become a little bit nicer. So, but overall, I mean, I was pretty shocked at just the amount of homes that are coming in Lake Elsinore. I mean, 20,000 homes. I mean, that's got to be 80,000 people that are coming in, right? You figure about on average about 4 people per house. So a ton of people that are going to be coming, and it's definitely going to be continuing to grow. So hopefully you guys are liking the videos. Hopefully it's some good information for you. If you are, please hit like, please hit subscribe. Again, helps me. Feel free to reach out to me anytime, and hopefully get another video out for you next week. Thanks, guys.